yourself.
All right, everybody, the war on drugs. Oh, man. And a lot of people out there are saying, the war on drugs, man, I want to hear about some current events. You know what I'm saying? Can we talk about current events? You're probably out there thinking that right now. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't get any more sensational of a current event than 6,000 innocent people being enslaved every single day. Abducted, kidnapped, and enslaved every single day. Americans in the United States. It just doesn't get any more sensational than that. Then you have the mass murder aspect of, actually creating a violent black market. So mass murder, so you got 6,000 innocent people being enslaved every day. You got mass murder, and you got kidnappings, and I just can't top that. So, anyways, there's some stuff, and specifically in regard to the war on drugs, that I want to get into. And this is stuff that I've been reading, and is just incredible information to me that I haven't discovered yet. I'm reading a book right now, and so I'm going to read you some stuff out of this book. And just look through my description. I mean, there's so much information in the description that I can't put any more in it. And if you go to Yahoo Answers and you do a search query at the top, you're basically just searching all the answers. Just search the word prohibition. And the third question that comes up is an answer that I gave. And that's got even more information in it than is in the description. But there's some even crazier stuff. Not crazier, but some more crazy stuff in here. And one of the things that he starts off with that really catches my attention in the first opening pages. See if I can find it, because I did underline it. Yeah. And just listen to this paragraph. The gap between the Attorney General's strong rhetoric and impotent action demonstrates the limitations of America's global drug war. Despite all its drama, the invasion of Panama was only a limited strike against a downstream finance center with little impact on the Colombian cocaine trade. Unlike conventional combat, where the capture of a great general is tantamount to victory, the war on drugs is fighting a global commodity, led not by men but by invisible market forces. So every time they hear this story, you hear this story about, how this drug kingpin has been, or kingpin, they attach these words to try to play up the fact that this person has done something wrong, and they haven't. They distribute drugs. You know what I mean? Coors distributes alcohol. Marlboro distributes cigarettes. Penal, Reynolds Paint distributes paint. You can huff it. Everybody distributes something that's got some detrimental effects. But you know what? At the end of the day, none of them have done a damn thing wrong. And that's the facts of life. And even if it's immoral, it's not criminal. There's a difference between an immoral act and a criminal act. Kind of like when Jesus Christ saw the prostitute about to be stoned to death, and said, "Hey, this is a prostitute," and said, "Don't sin anymore to the prostitute." But when he told all of them, "Hey, what have you ever done wrong?" What he was basically saying is, you can do something wrong, you know what I mean? But it doesn't make it criminal, and there's just a big difference, okay? There's a big difference between being a drunk, okay, that's probably sinful, but that's not criminal, okay? And even in your Bible, you'll find that the Bible doesn't want you to do that. A lot of things the Bible doesn't want you to do. You could just go see my video I did the other night. It was called it's on the church. You'll see which one it is. But it was a house full of sleeping people, so a lot of people can't hear it, so you'll just have to turn the volume up. But anyways, listen to this. Listen to this paragraph. Surveying the wreckage of the recent past, it seems that Prohibition has not simply failed to curb the illicit traffic, but has actually contributed to an increase in global supply. In each of America's drug wars, from Anatolia in the 1970s to the Andes in the 1990s, Prohibition has produced unintended outcomes, transforming localized suppression into global stimulus. Now listen to this sentence right here, this is the one I underline. As in all agricultural markets, legal or illegal, a shortfall in supply without any reduction in demand raises the price, encouraging increased production elsewhere around the globe. Now, what he's trying to say here is that you can come in to a country and you can slow down the consumption, but as he clearly states in this book, if you'll continue reading, you didn't eradicate demand. So therefore, what happened? The price went up. The price went up because people were willing to pay more for this because they became more desperate. There was more of a value on that. The commodity of it, it's high commodity now. The commodity just went up. So when does that price become delivery of goods and services? Oh, there's a number. You know what I mean? There is a number. And it's going to reach that number, and then those services are going to be rendered. It's not a matter of what it is you think you can accomplish. You can't. And this guy's a little naive, I'll be honest with you. I mean, he's very well versed when it comes to the drug war, but he doesn't quite understand why the CIA has been established, period. And he may actually know why and may just really not want to argue it with anybody, because you get these people in these freaking like states of defense where like, I'm not going to believe that, and then they just go, and then they just like, they're like, I'm not doing it, and they're just, you know, either way, the point is straight up. I mean, it's like Martin Luther King called the Vietnam War a demonic suction tube. That's what the war on drugs is. It's a demonic suction tube, and it's just sucking people right into it. I mean, it's like that movie. I don't know if it was The Following or the Happening. I can't remember, but it was this movie, and these people would be talking to each other, and then all of a sudden one of them just go whoop and just fly off into the sky, and that's what it feels like, because everybody's turning a cold shoulder to you, acting like nothing just happened, and there you are, you just disappeared, you know. And the same people that you're paying money out of your paycheck to protect you just kidnapped you and enslaved you, and everybody, you know, it's an established fact that it's not all right and that it's bad, and everybody just watched and didn't do a damn thing about it. And just, I mean, that's creepy, man. That's, you know, that's the men in black uniforms, you know. The men in black uniforms are here. So as far as all this conspiracy talk about the men in black uniforms are coming, or the black helicopters are coming, why are we talking about the black helicopters coming? That's what I want to know. Because the black helicopters are here, man. The men in black uniforms are here. And they're dragging us out of our houses with machine guns. And they're putting us into slavery. Okay? And there's mass murder going on. Alright? That's not a pleasant combination of events. Okay? Now you can talk about extermination camps and everything else, but if you don't see that this is a form of extermination camps, this is like my video I did a few months ago. It was called Drug Prohibition, Symptomatic of a Genocidal Holocaust. How is this not symptomatic of a genocidal holocaust? People are being taken away innocent. Mass murder is going on. Okay? Kidnappings, enslavement, and mass murder. Those are the three factors of a genocidal holocaust. And they're all happening. So we got a genocidal holocaust going on. Okay? And all we got to do is figure out how to, you know, how do we, you know, I guess get it to the next level, man. You know? That's what everybody's excited about. And so let me read this paragraph to you. Despite 4 U.S. drug wars fought at a cost of nearly $150 billion, world illicit opium supply grew. This is not an accurate number, actually. 150 billion. Even in 2002 wasn't an accurate number. I've got numbers that show 350 billion is being spent a year. And then you got these numbers like $1 trillion has been spent. Who cares? You know, because every single year they print up more money through the fake central bank, and the value of money is going to nothing. A million years, it's like the show Austin Powers, where he's like, I won $1 million, and everybody's like, starts laughing at him. It's like, that ain't worth nothing, man. And you got these old people that are trying to save up for their damn retirement, and it's being wasted by inflation. You know? And I just don't think your asses really care about all that. Anyways, the point of the story is, let's look at this. Despite 4 U.S. drug wars fought at a cost nearly $150 billion, world illicit opium supply grew fivefold from 1,200 tons in 1971 to 6,100 tons in 1999. Similarly, during 15 years of U.S. bilateral eradication in the Andes, coca leaf production doubled to 600,000 tons in 1999. After holding steady at 100 prisoners per 100,000 population for over half a century, the U.S. incarceration rate driven by mandatory drug sentencing soared from 138 in 1980 to 702 in 2002, creating in effect a doomsday machine that continues to fill prisons without limit or logic. At the start of the 21st century, the United States was fighting a global drug war by creating the world's largest prison population and defoliating mountain farms in Asia and the Andes. And as you can see, if we continue to put more people, and it really doesn't even fly in the face of reason to even think that it would ever work, you know? Because here it is, what people are doing in the privacy of their own house, and you really think you're just going to eradicate drugs from the face of the earth? This is somebody's way of getting on a soapbox at a fucking church and saying, "Ah, I'm such a good person." Seriously, man, it's fucking pathetic. And that's why I keep giving the same analogy of Jesus Christ and how the church crowd of his day. I mean, read the Bible. He said, "The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and you called him a drunk and a glutton." They called Jesus Christ a drunk for drinking wine. And it's not going to be enough until they're surrounding you in the street with rocks. And somebody has to walk up and say, "Okay, which one of y'all ain't drank? Okay, which one of y'all ain't seen a prostitute?" And they're all like, "Well, let me throw my rock on the ground. I saw one yesterday." You know? I mean, that's what I'm talking about, man. Because it's bizarre behavior. And it's just so crazy that you've gotten so neurotic that you're actually going to sit there and say and play this game of dress up with yourself where you pretend like you're a good person because you want to enslave everybody on the face of the planet who smokes marijuana or does a line of cocaine or smokes crack or does heroin or whatever, or fucks a prostitute or whatever, or drinks a beer or whatever. You know? I mean, damn, can we just establish, can I just say like this, "Okay, buddy, you're a good person. Is it good enough? Can we stop? Did you make it yet? Did you get that satisfaction out of it? I mean, if I just do that, if I just say that, will it be enough?" Okay? I yield.